Anybody remember Prototype? That game where it opens with you in Times Square doing a tutorial, the military trying to kill you, but you use your awesome powers to decimate them and basically just eviscerate them to basically just chunks of meat. Yes, that one. Where it opens where you have to have a taste of the powers you'll unlock in the future as you go through the story and the game and do side stuff. Prototype was one of those games that not only shocked me as a kid when I played it, but became a core memory because the gameplay, the story, sort of, the concept, the damn physics itself was fucking top tier at the time. And just doing your business, consuming and murdering tons of people and soldiers and abominations of God, yeah, that shit was fun as a kid and still fun now. The story is simple, story of discovery by killing and absorbing people and monsters and so on, destroying the military, costing them millions of dollars, literally in the game. Every mission and side mission, it just tells you how much the military has spent trying to kill you and how much you made them lose in terms of millions of dollars. Right? It's incredibly fun and satisfying to see the military lose so much money. Yes. So, besides that, looking for the truth, killing monstrosities that oppose God, a Black Ops organization going rogue, doing shady shit, and of course saving the city from a nuke. Classic, mid 2000s, video game, right? For the most part, the story was fine, very 2000s-ish, but where it makes up for the story is with the gameplay, because that was the main focus. And dear God, is it so satisfying most of the time. We all know Infamous, right? A game that also came out around the same time as Prototype. It had an interesting story along with great powers, but nothing too great after the story and the side missions were done. Prototype, again, didn't have the best story. Don't think it was meant to, but most of it was just going ahead and just just destroying shit, absorbing A, B, C, and D, and so on. But what made it so fucking awesome was what you could do, what you could be, an anti-hero and a full-on menace to society if you really wanted to, and have just, casual, great fun with it. Prototype 2, the story wasn't the best either, because it was just kind of dumb, and also there were some questionable choices when it came to the gameplay, but when it came down to the basics of it, people just enjoyed just going around, just doing some mean old fuckery when playing the game, and that's what made it so fun, so good. Now that right there is what made Prototype so fucking awesome. The sheer fucking gore and devastation you could bring. Imagine GTA 5 with superpowers modded in, but it had way better physics. It could, the powers mesh together well with the physics and the gameplay itself. Oh my God. Now we just want to play more, man. Jesus. Just run around, just destroy shit. Have the military chase me around. Me just going ahead and casually just destroying shit and just having fun, because that's just it. The whole game is just having blind, crazy fun. Throwing soldiers, infected, or just people in general around, actually doing special attacks when they fucking work for me, can be really awesome too. Running and dodging around the city, being chased by helicopters can be so fucking fun, especially when going on a rampage and doing your thing. You're an anti-hero. You aren't doing shit for the sake of being evil. You aren't killing and destroying the military and the infected for evil or good. You are just trying to do your own fucking thing. You're trying to know what's going on, get what you need, and know, the full story, what happened with the whole virus sort of thing. And that's it. I like how in the game they never hit you over the head trying to appeal to your humanity or attempt to goad you into doing more evil shit, because you're just trying to do what you want to do for your goal and what's necessary, no matter what, or whoever dies. It's you and your goal, and that's all that matters. Now, while trying to go ahead and complete your goal, you can just do a variety of things. Need to hide away from the military that's on your ass? Absorb Dave from down the street. No one would ever expect Plains Dave ass to be, a fucking parasite, virus person in disguise, right? Need to infiltrate a military base to steal a tank? Stealth absorb Tommy over there patrolling by himself. He's a real shitbag anyway, fuck him. And even if you're not doing that, being able to lean in on your decimation of your opponents for the fun of it is what made the game so fun, because that was the goal. Now, can they bring this game back nowadays and make it even better? I don't know. Big point, mainly because the devs, Radical Entertainment, aren't around anymore. The IP is now owned by, from what I understand, Activision, which is now owned by Microsoft, where all the IPs go to die or return to mediocre mess. But I'm not gonna lie, that Gears of War, that new Gears of War E-Day looks pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie to you. Perfect Dark, pretty fucking fire. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I'm kind of excited for it. But there's plenty of other IPs Microsoft has that hasn't seen a lot of day in so long. So hopefully they go on a trend of actually making these games come back and actually good. But if they do decide to give a decent studio the prototype franchise, maybe DICE, since they want to be all special with the superpowers and abilities and shit from what we've seen in Battlefield 2042, they could make up something. They could make it up to us by making the world more interesting to destroy in Prototype 1, a remake of it, which will be pretty nice, especially since it could lead to more crazy ways you can use your powers to destroy buildings. I know you can do that in the base game already, but you know, it was that shitty, you know, sort of like scripted destroying a building sort of crap, right? I'm talking about like actually like toppling buildings, like actual crazy destruction that happens in the game. Something I would love for them to add would be actual missions where, you know, being stealthy and, you know, doing some stealthy shit is actually viable when disguised. Like have it be like a choice for your missions, right? Between doing things stealthily or going loud for different benefits, stealth points for an added bonus of not alerting anyone, full-on destruction points as a bonus when the area is cleared out of enemies to a certain extent. Something like that to help you with the points to get more upgrades or get easier upgrades that's suited for you and your playstyle. Who knows, right? It could be very interesting if they do it that way, but with how the game is now, I'm fine with that too. Of course, me, SinnerMan, would love the story to have more depth, more horror, and when you really realize the concept here, it's pretty goddamn horrific. Like imagine you're just a regular Joe Schmo in your city, New York City. I know New York City now is pretty much a shithole with so much crap going around it now, but imagine beyond that, like an actual virus going around making, you know, zombies and shit and causing like the buildings to be like covered in weird like virus crap, right? And it's just horrific, and just having like literal jump scares of zombies and abominations of God everywhere. It would be horrific, and if they just went ahead and sort of dive more into that, make it more horrific, more grotesque, I would say, I think that will make the game more interesting. Personally, I would love more in-depth, gruesome gameplay, better utilization of your powers since some are better than others, a full rewrite of Prototype 2 storyline and make it more of a DLC. An actual sequel I'd love to see will be involving Elizabeth Green's kid, who is a natural virus person that potentially will be even stronger than both Alex Mercer and, you know, Green herself, adding more powers and cooler shit. Of course, the air combat being way fucking better, because that shit, I'm not gonna lie, was fucking ass. Maybe some dialogue options to play the part of a civvy or something. I do know you could point out another soldier to be your patsy, maybe implement a manipulation factor to the gameplay. You can call in airstrikes and such in the base game. I'd love for there to be a way to send enemies away from the objective, send them into a trap where there's full-on chaos, or lure out any people needed to be, you know, eaten and absorbed, right? Some ideas I love added to a remake of Prototype and ideas for a proper sequel: Alex Mercer as a pure anti-hero and James Heller as a tragic hero and much less of an asshole. Personally, for me, a DLC for Heller focusing on trying to hunt down Alex for Blacklight will be cool until he begins to question the missions that they send him on. He would realize that the Blacklight organization he has been working for a long time has been excommunicated for a good while now. And then he finds out that the virus they used on him to give him his powers is another variant of the one that made Mercer. It's also the same virus that caused the third outbreak and the same one that has killed his family. And now knowing this, he is now going after Blacklight. A sequel focusing on a natural-born infected person who, Alex and James, try to influence him on being on their side, and when it comes to how to control his powers and the affection over the world. Alex Mercer, who would like Green Jr. to lead a new generation of infected humans that keep their humanity and try to keep them safe as much as possible and sort of coexist with humanity. With James Heller, he would like Green Jr. to stop the madness altogether and absorb all the infection, all the infected people, him and Alex included, so no more infected are in the world. It's not a perfect story for the sequel, but it's something. It is something. This was a look into Prototype and a bit or two along with ideas for a return to the series, if it even fucking happens right. Tell me your ideas and thoughts for Prototype if given the remake treatment. Let me know of your thoughts and ideas down below. Glad we can go down memory lane together with a baller ass game that helped build my childhood and many more people's childhoods. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching the video. Thanks for all the support. And just thank you. Thank you so much. Makes doing this feel much more enjoyable knowing that you guys are watching and enjoying the content. Hope you guys are having a great day. Stay safe, stay healthy mentally, emotionally, and physically. And again, see you later.